As my grandfather and my mother pulled into the driveway of my grandparents' house, they knew immediately that something was wrong. It could have been all of the neighbors gathered around the house. It could have been the squad car. Or it could have been the police officer that stopped my grandfather as he tried to walk in and said, "Sir, sorry, we're not allowing anyone down there." "Why? What's going on? That's my dad's house." "Sir, we seem to have an incident down there. The neighbors have reported some screaming, some items crashing, some swearing. Listen for yourself." So he did. What in the world? What kind of person? Kill him! Kill him! I'd kill him myself. Oh, are you blind? Did you see that? My grandfather looks at the police officer, says, "It's okay." Open the door to see my great-grandfather, William Mann, on the floor, pounding his fist, watching Gorilla Monsoon and Bruno Sammartino in the match of a lifetime. Now, 15 years earlier, my grandfather had proposed to my grandmother. It was beautiful. It was 1951. They were 19 years old. They were in love. And she said yes instantly. And he said, "Good. Honey, we have to get married on Monday, March 19th. Because on March 20th, Lou Thez is going to be in Salt Lake City defending his championship." Romantic guy, huh? Now, for you sexists in the audience, it was for her. And it meant more than the ring. See, this professional wrestling bug has been in our family for 4 generations. I grew up on Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Rowdy Roddy Piper. When I saw Rocky IV the first time, all of my friends were asking, "Who's that wrestler with Sylvester Stallone?" I was asking, "Who's that Italian boxer guy with Hogan?" This was serious business. And I wanted to be a wrestler. And so when 6th grade wrestling tryouts came, I said, "I want to wrestle, Mom, I want to wrestle." "Well, some kid in Las Vegas died." "No, people die in wrestling, you're not going to go." So, come to find out, he dehydrated himself by doing push-ups in the sauna and starving himself to death. She figured, never going to happen with me. So, 7th grade, it's okay, go out. So the first day of practice, we're running around and I'm looking and I don't see any rings. I don't see any ropes. I don't see anybody that's willing to be hit with a steel chair. And I'm figuring out, oh, okay, I'll give it a try for at least a day. Then the high school wrestling coach comes in. Gives us this nice big spiel. If you guys just come and you put in the work, we can put out some of the best high school and even college, and we've even had an Olympic wrestler. "Sir, have you had a professional wrestler?" We don't talk about that here. This is real American wrestling. Dan Gable, real amateur, real athlete. With all due respect, sir, does Dan Gable have an action figure? A cartoon or entrance music? I don't think so. And so I said, I'll give it a try. And I learned a lot from that. But I learned a lot of life skills from continuing to watch professional wrestling. I'm going to share a few of them very briefly with you. The first one is kayfabe. For those of you who are into wrestling, kayfabe means things that are real in the wrestling world but are not real in real life. This is a handy skill. I feel like staying home and watching Hoarders. Do I call in for a mental health day? Do I just say I was sick? No. I have a broken neck. Yes, it's kayfabe. That's okay. It's okay. Only we need to know that. Works for them, works for me. The next thing is cutting a promo. It's great. You can use this in Toastmasters if you're a district leader. Come Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. See Jeffrey Pertee defend his title. If you're going to be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo! Simple. Sells better than any 10-minute district conference sale I've ever heard. So I've got that going for me. The other thing I really like is called a heel or a face turn. And that means when you wake up in the morning, you decide whether you're going to be a baby face or a heel, which means you're stepping on something. So you're a good guy or a bad guy. You can change this every single day. You can change your sides. This comes in great in office politics, Toastmasters politics. You can switch sides at home. It's wonderful. And then you switch back and you're good and everything's cool. So all of these great skills that I've learned in wrestling, people still may say to me, hey, this is silly. This is a ridiculous hobby to have. This is just a soap opera with people slapping each other and hitting each other with steel chairs. And I say, true enough, but I love it. And I have to smile every time I remember the police, the honeymoon. And to end in my room on any given Sunday morning with my son hitting me with an elbow in the solar plexus as he jumps on top of me, and his evil henchman manager, the Chihuahua, biting my ear, biting my face, and me screaming with the window wide open, if you bite my ear one more time, I'm going to punch you in the face, and hoping that my wife doesn't come home to an incident.